What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video here at Red Dirt Reptiles and Exotics. For those of you who don't know, I'm Corey Samples. And for those of y'all coming back, let's get right the hell into this. Alright, so let's cover where you should or should not get a damn bobcat. If you're having to reach out, or even thinking about reaching out to someone like myself through social media, or definitely through YouTube, and saying, hey, where can I get my hands on one of those bobcats? Chances are I'm going to tell you, I don't know. Because an experienced keeper has one of a few ideas, okay? So check this out. How about the fact that we know how to do our research. So we know how to go find what it is we're looking for in regards to animals, okay? And in that very context, 9.9 times out of 10, we know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And so it makes it a little easier for us to come up with, certain animals. And some of us even just happen to be at the right place at the right time and happen to, come across him on happenstance and be just that lucky and blessed. And if that's the case, that's perfectly fine. Just please be experienced and or do your research and understand what you are getting yourself into, as you don't want to get yourself hurt or hurt the animal or somebody else. Definitely don't be trying to get these things from somebody who's just like, hey, I breed bobcats. I'll sell you one for $100. No, you don't want that. I promise you, okay? I said this before. Cheap ain't good, and good ain't always cheap. So, just keep that in mind. On a real note, if you are interested in owning a bobcat, make sure you go through the proper channels to get one. Look, okay, here in Oklahoma, they're natives. They're a native species. So you have to have proper licensing to actually legally own one of these things. And there are only, hey, guess what? 10 of us in the state that own or that have a license that, allow us here in Oklahoma to own these things. So, go me. Cool to be one of those guys and be, trusted. But it was a lot more work than what most people think. I think the hardest part was having to deal with my local game warden and get him to sign off on my stuff. It's not just a walk in the park, but if you've got all your ducks in a row and you already know what you're doing, it can be a walk in the park for those of us that are 100% grade A ready to take on something like this, like ourselves. Man, how do you know if this animal is not for you? If you're questioning it, it's not for you. 100% it's not. If you're questioning, man, should I or shouldn't I get a bobcat, don't do it. Don't do it because you aren't ready. To own one of these things, man, you need a 100% full-time, full-on commitment. And it's a lot more effort than what most people think to keep something like my guy back here nice and happy-go-lucky 24/7. If not, you resort back to a zoo kitty. And who wants that as a pet? Somebody that you, or well, not somebody, but some animal that you can't interact with right at your house. It'd be like having a tiger in your yard that you can't do anything but stare at. What kind of fun would that be? Oh, I own a tiger, but all I can do is stare at it and feed it. That's cool to some people, but again, I'm not in this for the cool factor. I'm in this for the experience and learning and education, both to myself and to you as my viewers and subscribers. Yes, people, I am doing this for the education. That's it. That's all. I enjoy the education behind it, whether it's me being educated or me getting to educate the masses, such as you lovely subscribers. I appreciate it. And all those who aren't subscribers, if you are checking me out and you like this info, smash that subscribe bell, like, share, and comment, and let's see what we can get going on. Sorry, got a building door closing. I accidentally hit the button. Look, check this out. So, again, if you will know if this animal's ready, for you. again, if you're second guessing it, then it's probably not ready. You're probably not ready. It is what it is. Don't let that deter you from ever owning such a thing. But at that present moment, you're probably just not ready. Listen, reach out to myself through social media, through here, and reach out to a bunch of other places and other people that own these things and ask just how much dedication, time, and effort it really takes to care for and own one of these animals. It is absolutely insane the amount of money out of pocket that we as keepers put into our animals to keep them healthy and fed and happy. And of course we all want the best and happiest and healthiest of animals, so or at least that's what our goal should be. I don't know that we all do, but that's, that is what our goal should be. So with that being said, they are kind of pricey. It's just again, it's a hard factor to turn away from because these guys are a lot of dedication. As far as these animals go, if you do decide to get one and you aren't picking up a young adult or full adult, if you're picking up a kitten, please understand that you are trying to find a kitten. If you're wanting it as a pet, you are trying to find a kitten that has been, from about day 3 or 4, been bottle fed, okay? And that's the only way that you're going to end up with a lively, lovely, happy cat like Jasper back here, is by getting it that, or by finding a breeder who's that engaged at that early of an age to make this animal understand that humans are a prime source of love and affection rather than the enemy. It takes having to get them at a young age. Jasper here's been bottle fed since day 4, and so because of that, he's nice and lovey-dovey. And that's not just because at day 4 we bottle fed him, popped the bottle out when he was ready to go to food, and went on about our business. No, he takes constant socialism and interaction, and and making sure you're doing everything correctly. If you do happen to get an animal and then all of a sudden decide that it's not for you, such as a bobcat, I am really sorry and don't know what to tell you. You have made a stupid choice, because minus the sanctuary and, again, finding the right place that'll come out and get it to you right then and there, you getting an animal that you shouldn't have, that you're not ready for, that you're not comfortable with, that you are not capable of properly caring for, is going to turn into a bad situation. And therefore, at that point, you have to look for someone like myself or some type of sanctuary / rescue or experienced keeper to take this animal off your hands. Now here's the problem: if you're in a place like I am here in Oklahoma, that doesn't just come with turning over your animal, that comes with turning over your information, meaning everything that came with that animal. Because here in Oklahoma, I have to send a paper trail with my animal to show that it is indeed a captive animal and not one that was just taken out of the wild, and I'm saying, ooh, I've raised it, it's my kitty. So just be aware that there's a lot more that goes into this than more than meets, there's more than meets the eye. There's a lot more that goes into this than what you or I even thought when I first started getting into this. It took a lot of research, a lot of time and effort, a lot of talking to different people, and then on top of that, a lot of hands-on experience with this specific species and breed before I decided to engage in actually bringing one home. So again, this is probably not the, well, how about this? There's no probably. This is if you have young kids and you are not an experienced keeper, you are not someone who is experienced in raising a family around animals as such, then please don't get into these animals. We happen to have kids, and it's a blessing that our animal is in fact as nice as he is, but again, it comes with a lot of time, dedication, and effort into keeping him social, along with all our other animals, just the same, like this guy right over here. You know what I mean? Both of these guys take a lot of time and effort, including every other one of our animals, and so we've just been blessed with the fact that our kids have grown up like this, and kind of like the Irwins of the Australia Zoo, they know not to touch, you know what I mean? Because they're bad. They just know bad things happen. These kids learn their lessons a little differently, but I can't let them learn it by getting bit by a bobcat and make me look like a piece of shit, right? And I mean, and at that time, it wouldn't just make me a piece of shit. So we have to be very careful, okay? So choose whether or not carefully this animal is for you. Do a lot of time thinking, meditation, woo sa haum, however you need to do it to make sure that these animals, or that this specific animal, Bobcat, and meaning this guy right here, is the right one for you. Because it is a major investment. Major investment. Not just time, not just monetary, not just enclosure, but again, you gotta think food. Again, a lot to take in. A lot to take in. So keep in mind what you could be getting into. And hey, if you got any more questions that I haven't already covered, you know where to find me. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, thanks for sticking with me through another video here at Red Dirt Reptiles. If y'all like what y'all are seeing, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Lets me know I'm doing good, and I'll continue to put out awesome videos for y'all. Hope to see you around on the next one. Thanks again.